All we know is, all we know is, all we know is, all we know is wrong. Got a head without wings, like the flag from the stone. It's not as much as you like, it's more than enough. Thank you, everyone. All we know is, all we know, my conceit's been raised, and my folly is crumbled. Leave when you like. The holes in the doors haven't changed. You find only fighting the measliest sense. You pride in these misleading notions. All we know is, all we know is, all we know is, all we know is wrong. All we know is wrong. Happy Wednesday. I'm a little flustered right now. My apologies. So we've got some quesadillas happening, apparently. Ham sandwiches, very good. All the important things. Hello from Northern Iron. Hello to Northern Iron. I'm going to play one more song and then I have a very special guest joining me, who I'm very excited about. We just saw each other's faces for the first time in many months. So this is the first time that I'm doing this, and it's going like multi-platform. It's on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So if you're on any of those things and you prefer them to the thing that you're already on, you can go to the other one if you like. And again, I encourage folks to share the video if they like. I'm going to play a song called Grace from the last record. And keep your requests coming in the chat. I'm always up for doing whatevs. Oh, my way, I never rocked so calmly in the face of the wreckage that you wrought. Storm upturned The copper beach, the couch is still. We tell ourselves that nothing ever changed so much. I see it all, the grace that you hold. You send me out in the cold, who took cold toll, as much as you'd ever hold. Is it enough? As infinite as sin, don't ever cast a stone before you. All of us are fickle and unworn. At least you're not all the things you're not. Could there be anything that you would rather hear so much? I see it all, the grace that you stole. You send me out in the cold, who took who told, as much as you'd ever hold. You send me out, you send me out in the cold. It's not enough. That was Grace. I hope everyone's doing well. It's good to see folks from all over the place. Got a bit of California, a bit of Northern Ireland, a bit of France. Yeah, do let me know where you're watching from. I am gonna introduce somebody over here. I know that she's ready to go, and her name is Tanya Davis. Tanya, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I am. Technical issues. Tanya, like, fortunately for you. I don't know how to get the screen back. There you go. I made you come back. It's okay. Everything's all right.
Am I there?
You're back. Am
I present?
Fully. You're present. I'm a little bit scrambly today.
That's
there.
Okay.
There's
both, a hurricane where I am, so it's very scrambly over here.
It looks so calm, and you look so calm.
Well,
it's misleading.
Yes.
I think you may be getting some reverb stuff from me. Oh, I made it happen again. Oh. This is the most scrambly I've been. Hopefully that's better for you. There, we're back. Okay, now I can relax. Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
We can actually say hello now because we just did a little check right before going live for this. And we didn't even really say hello after having not seen each other.
I know.
For many moons. Because, yeah, we used to live together, for those folks that don't know. And which is probably 99 point something % of people who don't know this. For what, like 7 years? I was trying to think about it. It was 7 years. A spell.
I think that's a really long haul for roommates.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit unusual. And that was in Halifax, Nova Scotia. You moved to Montreal for a while, and then you went back to PEI, where you're from originally. What, like a year ago?
Not even.
Lost track. Yeah.
I moved back. Well, I was in Ottawa also for a brief flutter of time, and then I moved back to PEI in December. Mm-hmm. So it hasn't been a year yet.
And I realized. Sorry. Go ahead.
It hasn't been a year yet, but it's also been the weirdest year ever. So time is all messy.
Yeah, I keep saying that, like, time is something from the past. Well, that's confusing because that involves time. But yeah, it's on pause. Time is on pause.
It is. It is.
But for those who don't know, Tanya is an amazing poet, songwriter, artist, who's been a real inspiration to me personally over the years. I remember when I first moved into what was your house, really, in Halifax initially. It was the moment that I decided, like, okay, I'm gonna just follow music now, and it felt like a big thing to like move into Tanya Davis's house. It was so exciting.
I mean, you were so productive in that house. You got so much stuff done. I remember being impressed by like your commitment to your craft and your art, and just how much you practice and how you made all those homemade CD cases and like really beautiful stuff. And anyway, you came in and hit the ground running, I would say. That's very kind. Yeah. And we played together a little bit. Like I played in your band, you played in my band. Mm-hmm. We did all these things, and to kind of like cut to what's going on here, I guess, I'd invited you to come and play some songs or say some poems say some poems. Is that the correct verb for poeming? Yeah. To poem. Mm-hmm. Yeah. A poem is a verb. And then you mentioned to me last week that you had a video coming out on the NFB website, which I was not aware of, a collaboration with Andrea Dorfman. Would you like to say something about that? Sure. It's called How to Be at Home, and it was produced with the NFB. They when COVID started, shortly thereafter, they got kind of like a lot of organizations, I think, in Canada did, but they kind of got some funding together to get projects happening quickly for creators, to make content, especially online content, during this time when we're all home and underemployed and stuff. So the NFB had an initiative, it's called The Curve, and so they funded a whole bunch of different filmmakers and artists to make short films. So they were just released on Monday, and How to Be at Home is one of them. And so Andrea Dorfman is a filmmaker who lives in Halifax, who I have collaborated with a bunch of times over the years. Most notably, about a decade ago, we made a video called How to Be Alone, and I had always wanted to like write another one that was sort of on brand with that, or like if not exactly like a sequel, but like I've still been thinking about it a lot, that sort of concept, but also thinking about how we be together. And then COVID happened, and I was kind of already working on something, and me and Andrea were talking, and so it became How to Be at Home, since we were all stuck at home. So it's kind of topical about like how to coping strategies for this really weird time. Mm-hmm. And then Andrea Dorfman did the animation. I did the poetry and a bit of the music. I also got Daniel Ledwell, who is a musician and producer and great guy from Halifax, also from PEI, but who lives in Halifax, to do some of the music. Awesome. Well, maybe we should just show the video, and then we can keep talking after that. So, and if anybody has any questions for Tanya, fire them at me. She can't see them, but I can relay them to her. But we'll just get this set up, and also you won't see the video, Tanya, but you've seen it, so you know what's going on. Exactly. So we're gonna get How to Be at Home happening, and this is on the NFB website. So technical things. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think we're pretty much ready to go. And I guess we could say, for anyone who is watching this, maybe not from Canada, the NFB is the National Film Board of Canada. That's a good response. Good information. Okay, we're going to show the video. Let's see it. Okay, here we go. Oh, I've messed it up again. This is a real doer. Okay, here we go. If you are, at first, really fucking anxious, just wait. It'll get worse. And then you'll get the hang of it. Maybe. Start with the reasonable feelings, discomfort, lack of focus, the sadness of alone. You can try to do yoga. You can shut off the radio when it gets to you. You can message your family or your friends or your colleagues. You're not supposed to leave your home anyway, so it's safe for you. There's also the gym. You can't go there, but you could pretend to. You could get bendy by yourself in your bedroom. And there's public transportation. Probably best to avoid it. But there's prayer and meditation, yes, always employ it. If you have pains in your chest because your anxiety won't rest, take a moment, take a breath. Start simple. Things you can handle based on your interests, your issues and your triggers and your inner logistics. I miss lunch counters so much I've been eating sandwiches and pickles while hanging unabashedly with my phone. When you are tired, again, of still being alone, make yourself a dinner, but don't invite anybody over. Put something green in it or maybe orange. Chips are fine sometimes, but they won't keep you charged. Feed your heart. If people are your nourishment, I get you. Feel the feelings that undo you while you have to keep apart. Watch a movie in the dark and pretend someone is with you. Watch all of the credits because you have time and not much else to do. Or watch all of the credits to remember how many people come together just to tell a story, just to make a picture move. And then set yourself up dancing, like it's a club where everybody knows you, and they're all gonna hold you all night long. They're gonna dance around you and with you and on their own. It's your favorite song with the hardest bass and the cathartic drums. Your heart pumps hard, you belong, you put your hands up to feel it. With the come down comes the weeping, those downward eyes and feelings. The truth is you can't go dancing, not right now, not at any club or party in any town. And the heartbreak of this astounds you. It joins old aches way down in you. You can visit them, but please don't stay there. Go outside, if you're able. Breathe air. There are trees for hugging, don't be embarrassed. It's your friend, it's your mother, it's your new crush. Lay your cheek against the bark, it's a living thing to touch. Sadly, leave all benches empty. Appreciate the kindness in the distance of strangers. As you pine for company and wave at your neighbors, savor the depths of your conversations, the layers uncovered in this strange space and time. Society is afraid of change, and no one wants to die. Not now from a tiny virus, not later from the world on fire. But death is a truth we all hate to know. We all get to live, and then we all have to go. In the meantime, we're surrounded, we're alone. Each a thread woven in the fabric, unraveling in moments though. Each a solo entity spinning on its axis, forgetting that the galaxy includes us all. Here in our fall. From grace, from each other, from God, whatever, doesn't matter. The disaster is that we believe we're separate, we're not. As evidenced by viruses taking down societies, as proven by the loneliness inherent in no gathering, as palpable as the vacancy in the space of one person hugging. If this disruption undoes you, if the absence of people unravels you, if touch was the tether that held you together, and now that it's severed, you're fragile too. Lean into loneliness and know you're not alone in it. Lean into loneliness like it is holding you, like it is a generous representative of a glaring truth. Oh, we are connected. We forget this, yet we always knew.
So much time. I'm gonna bring. I'm gonna try to bring Tanya back in. This is definitely the most scattered experience so far for me. My apologies to my guest Tanya and to all of my guests at home. Everybody watching is a guest. I put a little link in the YouTube chat, but if you look in the text on the Facebook and the YouTube page, there's a donation link. 50% of artists, 50% of donations go to the guest every week. That's the housekeeping stuff. Thank you so much for that, Tanya. Like I watched it yesterday because I didn't know it existed until yesterday.
Surprise.
And it's like a mixture. I feel like I felt a strange nostalgia almost at the start of it, of like the really intense early lockdown times.
Yeah.
Like not a not a good nostalgia, but a reminder.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like the way that you kind of took that situation and showed what it revealed about us was so amazing and powerful, and probably going to be useful for us going forward. um, sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
thanks. Well, I started writing it at the beginning of the lockdown, so the feelings were strong and intense when that poem when I wrote the poem, because animation takes quite a while to make. So the poem was written a few months ago when things were, I don't know, arguably more intense, although maybe they're still just as intense now. I'm on PEI, where it feels a little quieter and calmer than I imagine it might in some of the bigger cities in Canada and elsewhere. But I do sort of, it's autumn, it's a kind of a hurricane-ish day here. The winds are whipping up. It still sort of feels like it's intense, and we don't really know what's happening next. So I remember at the beginning of that being like, oh, we gotta, I hope this gets out soon. Like, I want people to see it while they're still at home and while it's still relevant. But unfortunately, it's still relevant.
Yeah, yeah. It's I mean, that was something that I thought of as well about the animation. Just knowing some animators, and just thinking like, oh my god, like how did like, I know that lockdown's been long, but how did Andrea get all of that done in that
Yeah.
time? It's pretty incredible. The
Yeah,
amount of
I
work that
think
must have gone into that.
she told me that she like just kind of hunkered down and worked on that animation just every day for I don't know how long, a couple months or something, and that for her it was a really nice project to have. Like it was something like concrete to finish, and that it kind of gave her some peace and calm during the earlier parts of the lockdown.
Yeah, I think as creative people, we're quite lucky to have our own little refuges in the art that we make. Has it been like that for you? Like, have you been writing a lot during this time?
At the beginning, I did a little bit, kind of as an outlet for my anxiety, but and then some time went by that I really didn't write much at all, and I think I was kind of sad and just I keep using the word anxious because in my memory that's the feeling I felt the most frequently for through this spring, late winter, spring. And I didn't actually write very much then. I sort of paced and went for lots of walks around the property that I was living on. And I couldn't even read. I was kind of in this phase when I couldn't engage my creative mind very well. But luckily that sort of shifted, and I've been able to work a little bit again lately, which feels good.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. I mean, I've it's been wonderful to have these kind of streaming shows as an outlet, but as far as kind of creating and I don't know, like doing the more internal work that is necessary to make things, like I just haven't wanted to go there at all, particularly. But I felt like it's shifted a little bit the last few weeks, so hopefully something comes of that, because it'd be nice to be able to use this time inside
I know.
in some way.
I mean, but I do think, like, I remember lots of conversations, and I think they're still relevant at the earlier parts of COVID about with other artists and creative people and entrepreneurs or writers of any kind, or just that, oh, we have all this time, we should be getting all these things done. And that's kind of a myth. Like, it in a stressful time, we can't really be expected to write like our next best-selling work.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to also get to rest and decompress and freak out and do whatever all the other people are doing as well. But I'm very excited to hear what you might put out next.
Eventually.
Yeah.
And there's been little glimpses. I've done like little bits of new songs.
I've noticed. I
So
think.
yeah. So hopefully there'll be more to come. But I have been kind of like egging you on over text in the last few weeks to try and get you to read something for us as well, because you are such an amazing poet, and it's great to hear it in that video. But I love hearing and listening to you perform as well. So. Would you perform for us?
Yes, I would. I'll read an older poem. It's called Dot Dot Dot, and it's about how love can just keep going. We can never get to the bottom of it. I love you like dot dot dot. How sentences drop off like a trailing thought, no intent to know it all or stop. I love you like ink to paper, how you sink into my skin and stay there, no matter sense or answers and no eraser. I love you from my unedited places. And I cultivate patience like a writer does. I love you like waiting for the words to come, which is not luck, but tough love, holding space and showing up. I love you like a blank page at midday when I take a break for lunch. Because we all deserve breaks and we all need to take some. I love you like common sense, like rest, like stillness. Like put down the pen for a minute, go from writing a poem to being in it. I love you like poems and being in them, and from the outside with the unknown and the links in between them. I love you like the unknown, which means I am also incredibly fearful. And sometimes I want to up and go, like I want to abandon poems, move to the country on my own, grow food, raise goats, and don't come home. I love you alongside the fear of being utterly alone. I love you even though it's unclear why love or poems. Of course, I love you like the commas that list all of the reasons, like meandering sentences all over my loose leaf, like a first draft, never to be completed, again and again. I love you. Oh, I forgot the words. I love you like seeking meaning, then seeing it in simply being, like writing simply for the feeling of a pen in motion. I love you like how life just keeps going without proper punctuation. I love you like a first draft, again and again, never to be concluded. Like the end of a sentence left dangling and elusive. I love you like an ellipsis, and that love eclipses all of my finished thoughts. I love you with a love I will never get to the bottom of. I love you, dot, dot, dot.
Yeah.
Oh, Lindsay.
I felt like it was good to have some, like an option for some applause, you know, because just to
Yes.
remind us of the old times.
No.
So there you go.
Remember applause. So nice.
We do get lots of like yellow hands doing this in the chat.
Right. Cute.
And we got some snaps in the chat as well.
Oh,
Snapchat.
yeah.
It's Snapchat.
Ah.
Thank you so much for coming on, Tanya. It means a lot. Thanks to everyone who's donated. Again, the donation link is in the thingy, whatever the thingy is.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Thanks for persisting, and I've been impressed with how much you've been connecting with people over these last few months, and thanks for having me on.
It's absolutely my pleasure. We're getting like all kinds of, like lots of beautiful. It was beautiful. Great poem, pinpoints the little things that I don't consciously think about when I wonder why I'm bummed out these days. That was for the initial video. I mean, yeah, there's so many things in here. Like I think it's, and I feel like that's it. That's why I do this, and that's partly why I've been trying to get you to do this as well, because I feel like this is a moment of connection for me and the people who are watching, and I think it's so valuable, and I know that what you do is so real and raw and connected as well, and I think people can, it's useful for people.
Thanks.
So thank you.
So nice to see you and hear you and be here. So
yeah, well, I'm gonna let you get back to your parents. You're having
I'm
dinner
at
at your parents' house.
Yeah.
Sorry, gave it away. It away.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That's all right.
But yes, I love you, and
I love you too.
And I will see you sometime soon.
Sometime.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Bye-bye. That's Tanya Davis, everybody. Yep. A great friend, wonderful collaborator over the years. So great to have her on here. Yeah, there's a few folks from the Maritimes in there. The Maritime bubble. Nobody coming in or out. 0 cases in Nova Scotia, was it? A couple of days ago? That's a nice feeling. I'm going to keep going here. I'm going to do like 3 or 4 more songs. Put the requests in the chat. Hopefully there'll be no more botched technical things happening. It's been a bit of a weird one today. And yeah, and if you have any questions, I'm always happy to answer questions. Like capitals of countries. Trivia. I want trivia. Or things about life and music and such. I'm going to play a song called Tendrils, which is an older one, but one of my faves. Old rages blocking all the holes, hide inside walls, decided to go. Calm silence, don't pick apart its source, make it up and just put it aside. Don't find us waking upside down. Find your sense of it, you watch it unfold. Phrase tendrils creeping for a home, the steely grey glow of your eyes. But by night I'm silenced and still. Can you make yourself feel unkind? You cry out when you see that we all have come freely alone. No brightness, but misinterpret words, deflect us from the sight of you, drenched and afraid. Fight in the sourness that pulls around the brain. It's an offering, an offering, an offering again. Sealed inside each verse, up above my words, you've a sense, I'm sure, that's as true as any. For the times I had tried but didn't make the connections, and I'm left to feel. If I was you, I'd lie. 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 All judgment picking apart your eyes, fooled by the scope and pulled his rope. All judgment picks apart your eyes, we barely are truthful to us. That was Tendrils. Okay, we actually are getting some questions coming in. Where did I hide the banjo? It's there. It's right there. Just the headstock. It's really hard to look at the screen and point in the right direction. Would I consider trimming the too tall poster? That's a good idea. Because inside of that white boundary, it's the perfect... It's the perfect size. What else did we have? Can we ask your family members questions about you, Tim? I mean, I can't stop you, can I? I'd rather you didn't. But it is possible to. Could we do the cat? Could I do some Cat Stevens songs? I can have a go at Into White in a bit. And fingers crossed that I remember all the words. But I'm going to play a song for the person who requested that, which is Mr. Joe Crabtree, because it was his birthday 2 days ago. He was hoping that I was going to learn a Nick Kershaw song for his birthday, and I tried. But, you know, it's a bit more of an operation, I think. So I'm going to do one of the songs that he usually requests of mine. I'm going to play one of my songs for his birthday. It's called Watch Me Go. Space Travel is boring. I don't remember that one off the top of my head, but I will put it in for next week. I'll put it in the queue. And yeah, and thanks again to everyone who's putting donations in. They are much, much appreciated. So I'm going to do a piece called Watch Me Go. And this is for Joseph, the birthday boy. So sick of pages that lead and mislead him. He gave up on words altogether today. And plastic for fire burns heady and toxic. The throat-sticking sweetness that counters the flames. Spread the salt out, don't leave the dogs out. The snow will come down, rainfall will turn to ice. Spread the salt out, lead shore the dark out. You cooled out for order, for silence, for solace. Responses are muted or turned on its head. Over mechanical, violent and soulless. At least you got something away from the thread. You reach out to pull it, it's taken as lashing out. No words to couch it, it won't stand aside. So pull it off, away from unworthy hands. Loosening, enough to slip your fingers in. Beginning, it's the beginning. It grows to fill up the empty space. Could you walk, or would you walk? Just about as sound as you are. Would you watch me go? Keeping hands to the side, elbows in, fingers tied. When you just no good. If you leave, you've no say. Gave it up, you've no right. It's the speech that I know. It's the sleeping inside, reaching out to the sides. Would you go? Fly off. It's the roots, it's the soil, it's the mud. Would you watch me go? Watch me go. For Joseph, happy birthday, Joseph. A toenail poster. Who wants a toenail poster? Okay, so yeah, that Cat Stevens song. Let's give that a go. Thank you for the nice words. One thing I should mention as well about Tanya. So she was very modest about it. But How to Be Alone, the initial video, which I'll put the link for at the end of this show, was kind of like a viral video back in the day. Roger Ebert gave it a thumbs up. I think Frodo Baggins, whichever one is in the Lord of the Rings, he gave it a thumbs up. And but my favorite thing about it was that they did a piece on it on the National, which is like this national news program here in Canada, and they showed the scene in the video where they where there's a little cut to our bathroom, because a lot of it was filmed in our house. So our toilet was on national TV, which I found just especially good because I feel like you never see toilets on TV. It's very rare. Okay, so let's have a go at that Cat Stevens song and see what happens. For Moom. Build my house from barley rice, paper walls and water ice, tables of paper wood, windows of light, and everything empty into white. Simple garden with acres of sky, a brown-haired dormouse if one dropped by, yellow Delaney would sweep well at night, with everything empty into white. Build my house from barley rice, green pepper walls and water ice, with everything empty into white. I totally forgot a verse. My apologies. Karen says, true, I remember being told on my early days as video journalist, no toilet, no back. Like, you can't show the backs of people? Thank you for the kind words, you lovelies. I'm going to do one of those little collab things at the end of the show today. I'm going to put another link here for Tanya's Bandcamp, because she has some beautiful music as well. And I highly recommend checking it out. Fire away with the questions as well. As ridiculous as you like. What was I going to play? I don't remember. Let's do Be Patient. stealing nothing from something's hands. I was blinding eyes bouncing off the sands I was paying for. Look behind you and I'm not there. When you get too close you thin out the air. I was over my head. When you look at me as if you've never seen the wheels come off this cardboard filling spaces in the road. You turn the corner laughing as the sentiment explodes. Your guards have promised everything for you. Am I sick of this as you are? It's not simple scratches, not subtle scars. This is painful. They know, we know. Without meaning I burst through the clouds. I dried this soil out, I cracked the ground. Is this over? Because you look at me as if you've never seen the wheels come off this cardboard filling spaces in the pavement, in the road. You turn the corner laughing as the sentiment explodes. Guards are putting everything on you. Na 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 na. No, no, no. Oh, na, na, na. Oh, na, na, na. Oh, na, na, na. This is another one from the first album. It's called Folds. Climb up this fleshy frame. Hands and feet are fixed, stretching up above me. This man-made shoulder wide ladders broken sides. Wind rose, I lost my step, cushioning my back, the sands that came to greet me. The fallen, ranked and filed, away with all the wherewithal. And when you touch the sun, remember what it's for. The heat pulling sweat from your pores. You see it in your eyes and shoulders, cushioning your lives in folders. 'Cause even if you pushed it forwards, we've got it wrong. Steel winds that shine last night, weightless in the folds of wings and silent feathers. But still we'll push over as breathless as the day we came. And when you touched the sun, remember what it's for. That heat pulling sweat from your pores. You see it in your eyes and shoulders, cushioning your lives in folders. 'Cause even if you pushed it forwards, we've got it wrong. Couple of oldies for you. What time are we on? Okay, I'm gonna do two more. I know what one of them is, but if anybody has a request, this is your last chance to get it in there. Does anybody know the Burnley score? I sacrificed watching, trying to find some kind of way of watching a meaningless football game today to play this. So I hope you all appreciate it. For those on YouTube, I can't put this on... I can just put it in the general chat, so it's not so useful for folks who aren't on YouTube. But I have... I think from next week I'll start putting it in the event description. But there's a Spotify playlist for all the guests who've played on here. We have them pretty much every week. I have like a bunch lined up for the next few months. So tune in if you want to hear cool stuff and find new things. 2-0 to Burnley. Come on, Burnley. Thank you, Phil. Much appreciated. But yeah, I'll start putting it in the description for the events next week. This is all new to me, doing it on multiple channels. Is anybody watching on Twitch? The Twitch is the mysterious one. That's the new one for me. No. Just crickets. Anna is putting in the challenging requests. That's going to go on the list for next week as well, because that needs some work. I got to relearn the piano part. Hiya, Beth. Okay, if there's no requests, then I'm gonna play... I'll do Don't Mind. Won't I? Leave you with some crickets to keep you entertained. Also, apologies for the swearing in Tanya's video. I was gonna warn everybody. But then I didn't. I was too flustered just messing everything up, technically. Strong words, few deeds. Tell me what a friend should be. Go again, roll the dice. Show me where my heart should be. And never mind if we see the day when it comes, it surely waits. One light in the wall, is it too late? Lift the cup, lift the plate, if you don't mind, if you don't mind, if you don't mind, if you don't mind. Forgot about the crickets. Big wounds in short lives. Don't mind me while I'm saying goodnight, but you can't tell what comes out of my mouth. Was he reason pearls, or was he turpentine? But you don't mind, 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 but you don't mind. Don't Mind from the new album. Okay. I've got one little thing to finish off with here. I have a very exciting guest set up for next week. A guitar playing legend. Ella's asking for Altena next week. Okay, yeah. Let's do it. Don't lie to me, Bata Cafe. I need to know that Burnley are safe. So I've been working on these little collaboration videos because it's essentially impossible to play at the same time over a video connection and for you to hear what the person is doing at exactly the same time that they're playing it. So I've made a couple so far, and I'm working on a third little video thing where people pre-record their parts in advance and then I combine it all together and play along. And I did one a few weeks ago, but it's like, I don't have to just perform it once, right? Like, I really am proud with what I came up with and what everybody else came up with. And it's nice to see some familiar faces and to get to play with people every now and then. So the last thing I'm going to do here is is a track called All It Was, and it features some good friends of mine, some great collaborators from over the years. A Mr. JJ Ibsen on the bass, Marshall Bureau on the drums, Sebastian Chow on the violin, Michael Feuerstack singing, and Tanya Iyer singing also. So I'm going to play that. All It Was. If I remember how it goes. Which I probably do. Also, hi Tim and hi Ella. Nice to see you on here. I do this every week, every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Now on Facebook and Twitch, as well as YouTube. Okay, gotta move some things around. Hopefully this is gonna work. Nope, not that. This one.
One, two, three. Seamless down to the core. It was the only way to look for the cause. Seen sideways, you know it was the making of a story. Paradise, that was all it was. Send a call for a place in the soil. Eyes glaze over, sliding the stone back on where your ghost should be timing while you can't song. That was all it was. It was all it was. Is that all it was? It was all it was. Eyes tired and couldn't find this. Could between your rooms cling to virtue. Oh, but you cannot believe that you your core to it find. Oh, but why we move next to find calling it on and 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 Is that all it was? Is that all it was? Is that all it was? It was all it was.
Sebastian Chow, Marshall Bureau, JJ Ibsen. That was Mike Feuerstack, and that was Tanya Iyer. Okay, I think that's going to be it for today. I hope you all enjoyed the show. So, yeah, I'm going to post that donation link one more time. Thanks so much to everybody who's supported. It really isn't possible without it, but I'm also very happy to provide with whether or not you contribute, and any small amount really makes a difference. You are all the best. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, I'll give you the link for Tanya Davis. If you also just Google "How to Be Alone" by Tanya Davis, is the first thing that's going to come up. It's amazing. Next week I'll show you the photo of our toilet from that video, because why not? But yeah, back same time, same places next week. I love you and miss you. Goodbye.